Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another beautiful Tuesday evening. It's Tuesday Bible series with Auntie Buki. Today is the first time viewing my channel. My name is Adebukola Akonwa. I love to be called Auntie Buki. I'm glad to have you here with me today. We're going to continue. After the old birthright issue where Jacob and Esau exchanged Esau's birthright, Jacob took the birthright and Esau took the porridge. We're going to continue with that, and we're going to talk on the exchange, the blessing. That was the exchange. Now we're going to talk on the blessing. So what happened? After the old issue, Isaac, their father, was old. Then he told Esau, he said, Esau, I'm old, and I don't know what time or when it will be. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to go. Remember the last lesson we talked on how each parent had favorites. Yes, when we said Isaac had a favorite and Esau was a favorite. Rebecca, the mom, had favorite and Jacob was a favorite. So Isaac told his elder son, Esau, and said, Esau, I need you to go and get the game and prepare it the way I like. I think I said something about game, that I said game is the animals, those wild animals. He told his son, go and do it just the way daddy likes it, and bring it, and I will pour out my heart and pray for you. Esau went out so happy and went to do what the father asked him to do. He went out, he decided that it's time for him to at least get the blessing. He's the elder son now, so yes, he deserved the blessing. I don't get to how he thinks he's the elder son. He has sold his rights now. Rebecca, hearing this, called the son. Jacob, come. Jacob, come. Jacob, come. Your father wants to bless your brother, but that blessing belongs to you. So you know what you do? Exactly what your father said your brother should do. You will do it. The son was like, Mommy, I don't want to attract curse. Because here is the thing. Once father figure out that I am Jacob, he won't bless me, he will curse me. Mother said, he won't find out. What is wrong with you? You don't even have, you're not so optimistic. How will he find out? You're always thinking of the negativity. He won't. Mommy, are you sure? I said he won't find out. So he said, okay, Mommy, how do we go about it? His mom said, you will go now, kill from your flocks, and I will prepare it. I know just the way your father wants it. I know how Esau prepares it. I'll prepare it just that way. Then you will take it to your father and he will pray for you. Jacob was so skeptical about doing this because he knows once the father gets that he was not Esau, he will be cursed. So he was so skeptical about doing it. His mom prepared, was so fast, prepared everything, did what he needed to do, did everything, and told him, now it's time for you to go to your father. Here is what you will do. You will put, like we said, Esau means airy. Do you know that Edom came from the act? Okay, I mentioned that. So if you don't get this particular, then I was telling you the meaning of Edom. Go and watch my previous video. I mentioned it there when I talked about the meaning of Edom. Jacob did as the mom did. With fear, with not being sure, went to present himself to his father. So before he presents himself to his father, his mom put in hair. The hair they skinned out of the sheep. The mom put it on Jacob. Put it anywhere there's hair. So that they put it here, put it everywhere, put it on his face because it was very, very hairy. And the mom now wore him the clothes of Esau. He's their mom now, so he has everything. Jacob went to present himself. And when Jacob came, the father was like, Jacob, why This is Jacob. He said, no, I'm not Jacob. I'm Esau. He said, no, this voice, I know the voice of my children. This is not the voice of Esau. He said, Father, Jacob was not here when you were telling me to go and do things. So how can Jacob know what we are about to do? And how can Jacob understand what you asked me to bring? This is not Jacob. This is Esau. Father now started praying for him. Immediately the father ate it. His heart was merry. His father now started praying for him. There is my worry. I know I don't have any favorites in my children. Never have, never will. But I was wondering, why is Rebecca so in debt, making sure that Jacob get the bless? She's not even considered that Esau was her son. Yes, God told her that Jacob will rule, but that was for God to do. You know, sometimes when we have a bit of information, we feel we can play God. He felt he could play God in the life of his son. Next lesson, you will see how Jacob paid dearly. See, there is nothing. God is a just God. When he was doing this thing, he felt that was what God told me. Now, if he takes the blessing, what is going to happen? This is what God told me. The father poured everything that he had, poured it for Jacob, blessed Jacob, put Jacob ahead of Esau in every way. Said Esau will serve Jacob. He did all the blessings. It's even some blessings that normally, if Jacob hears it, if not because he was present, he'll be like, I don't think my father loves me. He gave everything, all the good blessings to Esau, to Jacob, thinking it was Esau. Immediately Esau stepped out. Immediately Esau, how do I put it? Jacob, pretending to be Esau, stepped out. The real Esau came in. It was too late. It was too late. And it all started because he could not control himself. See, we've been talking of self-leadership, talking of self-control and all that. This all boils down to the fact that this flesh cannot rule us. We need to be that people that will stand and tell ourselves, no, I'm not going to do this way. We need to be some people that will say, if I will perish, let me perish. No, I will not do some things. We feel food is okay. The first time I heard that eating too much is actually a sin was when I was reading a book. I can't really place the name. I think it was Kenneth Copeland, or I'm not even sure. I'm not sure who wrote that book. I think it's Kenneth Copeland. So it's one small book. And he talked on how he was able to cut down his diet because he knew eating too much was a sin. Look at how Esau allowed food. See, boy, he did that they won't last him more than 2 or 3 hours before he becomes hungry. That delay for 2 or 3 hours cost him not just his birthright, but his blessing. When he came back, and his father now said, who is this? And he said, this is Esau. Father was like, no, this cannot be Esau. Who now left? Esau was like, I don't get. Did anybody come before? I'm the only one you told. So, what are you saying? Father said, Jacob has deceived me. That's me. Esau was like, deceived you, I don't get. He said, your brother Jacob came and I gave him the blessing. I've given him your blessing. He said, no, Father, you can give me, you are the one blessing now. Blessing. Father said, Esau, it's too late. I've given him everything. He's going to rule over you. Here is the thing about prayer. He knew his prayers were already answered. You know, sometimes we make declaration over our lives and we are even second guessing. No, that was not Isaac. Isaac knew that prayer he prayed for his son was already answered. That's one of the points I want us to pick from it. See, we need to believe in this God we serve. We need to learn to believe. He prayed to God. He spoke to God, and God heard him. He was praying for his children, and he knew God has answered that prayer. How many of us pray for ourselves and we don't even believe in what we are praying? If God did not believe in creation, we won't be where we are today. He spoke everything to existence. He knew when words has come out of his life, they become life, and they will do that which they are said to do. This was what Isaac knew. That's why Isaac told Esau, said, I've given him everything. Do we believe in the prayers we pray? We need to believe. We need to believe in our prayers. We need to believe in what we say. Father said, okay, but he has taken everything. Esau, the land, you will till the land and it will yield for you. With strong, oh God, I feel those things, I don't know, I actually felt I felt compassion, empathy, let me use the word empathy. I felt empathy for Esau. You know, he wept and said, first he took the bright light, now he has taken the blessing. So many people don't know that they are even in the shoes of Esau. Wow, I don't know why this thing gets at me, because, you know, I don't like when people are being robbed of what belongs to them. But he allowed it. See, God will not come from heaven and just say, yeah, I'm going to. No, there are some things we need to do as humans. And I'm going to stop here today. And this is what I want you to take away from all I have said today. When you pray, your prayers are answered. It's that simple. Never allow yourself to let the satisfaction of now destroy the blessing of the future. And that is all from here today. Do have an amazing night. Bye.